as he's going to be getting out of the aircraft, I want to sort of build in a bit of optimism. I think the first thing to understand is that he's the first American president to make a trip to India in his first tenure of presidency.
True.
The second aspect is he's the first American president in a long, long time at least who has not gone to Pakistan and then come to us. So Pakistan's not included in the itinerary. I think these two signals itself are signals, in fact, of the fact that Obama sees India as a very important country. Also the fact that Dr. Manmohan Singh was his first state guest at the White House. So all that put together, yes, as I said earlier, the relationship between America and the US appears to be somewhat have plateaued after what Bush brought to the table. But again, President Bush should not be singularly credited for that entire arrangement. It started at Clinton's time, and it was Bush.
Barack Obama and his wife, Michelle Obama, looking at the wall in which there are several names that have been inscribed, and they are looking very closely at some of those names. It's a very solemn, poignant moment that is playing out in the lobbies. We will soon, of course, be asked to disconnect our telephone calls because that's...
Thank you. Michelle Obama receives a bouquet, and then we move on to the first round of handshakes. Maruk, you can take us through more because you really have the bird's eye view of what's going on.
Absolutely, it's honestly, there is excitement in my voice. It is quite a moment to watch all of this, especially with the Air Force One standing here and with the dust of the choppers around. I might be sounding a little high-pitched more than normal, but clearly the protocol that the president is following, which must have been made very clear both to him as well as the delegation that is receiving him. From where I can see, and there are a lot of cameras around me, so I'm trying to get the best view. He has met, like you mentioned, the Maharashtra Chief Minister. The next in line was Salman Khurshid. After that was Suresh Shetty, followed by what I'm being told is the Joint Secretary. And after that, there is the U.S. Ambassador to India, Timothy Roma, who's meeting Barack Obama. He's still meeting the Indian contingent. He finally meets Timothy Roma, who's standing right at the very end. And right behind them are the other officials. We believe the chairman of the President's Export Council, Jim McCartney, will be accompanying the president. He's the one who's going to update the president on the kind of meetings that he's going to have with the Indian business leaders. We saw the president give away the gift presented to him by Ashok Chavan, which is believed to be a book to one of his Secret Service agents standing right behind. And now he's meeting Timothy Roma, the Indian ambassador. That's Michelle Obama meeting him. And soon after that, he'll be meeting the gentleman with silver white hair, who will be next in line to meet the president, is Jim McCartney, who is the chairman of the Export Council of the president, who will be accompanying, from what we have been told. Natasha was also adding on more input to that. He will be accompanying the president on Marine One chopper, now which is right by the side, straight in the direction of the nose of Air Force One. And on board Marine One, the chopper, it will be President Michelle Obama, the First Lady, and Jim McCartney, along with a couple of other close aides. And from here, from the Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport, the international terminal, from the tarmac here, these are the first few moments on up, and clearly it's quite a hot day, to be very honest with you. We've been standing under the sweltering sun, so the First Lady and President Obama must be feeling the November heat. Now, unlike what he's come from, he has a lot of pole baggage that he's carrying. But like I mentioned, Jim McCartney, the chairman of the President's Export Council, waving at the media contingent here. He's waving towards us. That's where I'm standing along with the other journalists. And from here, he travels on board Marine One, the chopper that takes the President and the First Lady to INS Shikra, which is about a chopper ride, we are told, roughly between 5 to 9 minutes. From there, the President will go in his presidential limousine, which was brought into India a couple of days back on board a C-17 plane. And from INS Shikra, he will go by road to the Taj Mahal Hotel, where he first will sign the guest book, and after that, we believe for about 8 to 10 minutes we'll be meeting some of the survivors of 26/11. The President has just disembarked from Air Force One Order for all the viewers who are watching, and has gotten on to Marine One chopper. You can see United States of America written on the side and the flag. There are two of them. And the one which has the presidential guard standing outside the Marine Command post will be taking, he's this side, he's taking off soon, and the entire airspace, the Mumbai airspace, has been shut down from the moment he landed for the next 15 minutes. And after he arrived at the INS Shikra, is when the airspace will be open once again. And even as the president has gotten onto the chopper on the second plane, which always travels with Air Force One. This time there were two Air Force Ones, but the way it goes, it's a 747 Boeing, a 747-200B Boeing. The second one is not called Air Force One. It has just landed. The first one in which the president travels about what you approach on is called the Air Force One. But as we speak on Barack Obama onboard Marine One chopper heading towards INS Shikra. The other aircraft, 747, which looks identical to the Air Force One, has also landed at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport. And soon we have the 44th President of the United States. And I hope you can hear me because the noise of the chopper is almost deafening. But he'll be leaving from here and going towards the Indian Navy's heavy base of the Western Naval Command in Palawan, INS Shikra. Those are pictures on above Marine One chopper. It is which is taking off here. It's a Black Hawk helicopter, and it will be taking off from the Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport, taking the president with whatever message he has for India. He's already indicated on what he's going to concentrate more on, whether it's going to be business or geopolitics. Seems like jobs is heavy on his mind, but he'll be taking off from here and then follow the rest of this itinerary, which is quite packed from here to the Taj Mahal Hotel. Then he goes to Mani Bhavan, being a great and ardent admirer of Mahatma Gandhi. And following the Marine One chopper, as you can see in the pictures, is the other chopper, but that's also a Marine One. Two are following. Those agents and some Secret Service agents got onto the other chopper, and these two will be taking off, which is after which we'll see. And it's also interesting to note that the other Air Force One, the other aircraft that has come on that just landed, is still on the runway away from the tarmac, which we can see in the pictures. And I believe after the Marine One takes off from here towards INS Shikra along with the other, that is an escort chopper, we have the other aircraft, the 747 200B Boeing, which will also stand, or rather be placed next in the area, next to Air Force One.
Okay, now one point which must be remembered here, I'm quoting Raja Mohan from his recent piece. That is 2 Marine Ones and 2 Air Force Ones right now this afternoon there at the Mumbai airport. But the person who's landed there knows very well that he has a country which in pure economic terms is on a complete reverse from India. How much can he achieve from his visit to India this time?
There's a seat at the United Nations Security Council, the permanent membership, where he's not really still coming clear on it, but this time around that is also on the agenda. Your views on it?
Well, I don't think we have such specific items on the agenda, but we are. Well, I certainly hope that it won't be raised by us.
Mm-hmm. Not by us.
I honestly feel that it is not becoming a country of India's size and of our civilization heritage.